Danny, we went down to Richmond on Sunday afternoon. How did you think the team executed the game plan?
Look, for most part of the game I thought we were quite good and competitive against Richmond. Unfortunately, we probably let ourselves down in centre bounces and around the stoppages and converted inside 50 in the first quarter, which ultimately we paid the price. Obviously, Richmond had 63 odd inside 50s and we had 39, which was a big differential in the game, which probably really hurt us at the end of the day.
Our defenders did have to keep very busy. Were you pleased with how they kept their composure for the full 4 quarters?
Yeah, our defenders did an outstanding job considering the ball went inside 50 so many times. I think Richmond only scored at 44%, which is well below AFL average. So Harris Andrews and McStay obviously did a great job in the air against Rewalt and big Nan Curvis, and obviously Alex won the Rising Star Award, so that was great for the club. But all in all, I think they did an outstanding job, and they were probably the highlight of the day, our defenders.
How did you think Josh Shackey, Cedric Cox and Ben Keys went in their return to the senior level?
Yeah, I thought Josh played quite well, kicked a couple of goals, led up really well at the ball. A couple of opportunities where the kick wasn't great to him, but he's been out of action for a few weeks at NEFL level, so it's good to see him in a positive frame of mind and leading really hard and working really hard, and he'll be better off for the run. Keesy's been in outstanding form at NEFL level. He came in and played the role of a small forward for us, kicked 2 goals. His pressure was really good around the forward line, and he had a good game. And young Cedric, obviously his 3rd game for the season for the footy club. I thought he acquitted himself quite well across half-back. I'm sure our supporters seen a lot of efforts where he had the ball and ran with it and created something off half-back. So I thought the 3 of them really did a good job on the weekend, and we look forward to them playing again this week.
And heading into Sunday's match against Carlton, what areas are you looking to focus on?
Look, they're very much a good contested ball side, and obviously we got beaten quite easily contested ball on the weekend, so I think the game will come down to the battle of which side wants it the more. So obviously this week at training we'll train a lot on our contested ball situations, and I think that'll be the area which will dictate the game on the weekend.
And the first of one of our fan questions this week, what are you working on in order to turn around the clearance numbers, which were quite low against Richmond? Yeah,
they were low on the weekend, but it's one area of our game which we've improved out of sight on. Daly Tupping's come in and done a great job with our midfield group, so on the weekend they weren't so great, especially centre bounces, but again, we've been pretty good for most part of the season. Unfortunately, in a game of footy you get beaten in time, so it's just a good reflection to go back and get our midfielders to work hard and play their roles at stoppages, and I'm sure we'll turn it around this week.
And our second fan question, what do you think is key to boosting our inside 50 numbers?
Certainly winning centre bounce will help. They won 16 on the weekend and we won 2, which went inside 50, so already there's a 14 differential there. So if we can get some of our centre bounce stuff right on the weekend, that'll help us get numbers up. I think also our ball movement at times, our skill execution and decision making wasn't really that great, and unfortunately we couldn't get the ball deep inside our forward 50, and Richmond were able to turn the footy over in our centre back area of the ground, which is basically outside our forward 50. So we'll do some work on our decision making and skill execution this week, and hopefully that on top of our centre bounce clearance wins will hopefully get us up to around the 50 mark.